Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is your Goddess Guru, Tyra Omilade, here to share a word of inspiration with you on your path to self realization and self mastery. Today is March 12th. I say Moji Ba, much honor and love to my grandmother, Ella May. She was born on this day back in the early 1900s. Anywho, I wanted to get on and talk to you all about just give you a word of wisdom about the coronavirus. My the way the oracle has indicated I should share is to give you something to hold on to and to chew on, um, to kind of help you if you are wondering what is this really about? What should I do? Should I be nervous? Should I not be nervous? Just what's going on? Even people, I've had people asking me, like, should I be worried about the economy, or, what can we do to help and all that kind of good stuff. And so, if I'm being frank, I don't know. I really have no idea. This is something that, I have not been given like wisdom from up on high, like this is definitely what this is, because I don't think it's just one thing. Um, but part of the reason I got into astrology was because I felt like the spiritual teachers sometimes they don't talk enough about stuff that's going on. And in a way, I kind of understand their reality is a little bit different from ours. And I actually will start off with that you know, when you, and I'll say it this way, when you are super connected with the divine, it's just certain things you don't worry about unless the divine tells you to worry about it, right? And so I just am going to get on and share y'all. I just did a reading because I really don't know. I don't know what's really going on. So let me just tell you what the oracle said, because that I can tell you. I just asked for a word of wisdom because my oracle said, do not give advice. Don't be giving too much advice about what to do, herbs, all that kind of good stuff, Orisha to work with. None of that. None of that. But it did say I did get the go ahead to share a reading. And it's how should you approach um, this situation? You know, what should we be thinking in terms of, just how we're moving forward, how we're operating with everything that's going on. Because, of course, this thing is not just a pandemic. It's more than that, because there are flights being canceled. I just heard that the US government is saying that no flights between certain countries, well, most of Europe, the UK is the only place that people from the United States can fly between right now. We have a lot of people who might be losing money because work is canceled. Things have changed. For instance, I heard Coachella out in California was canceled. Like even with my organization, there's a performance we're not going to do because of the university where we were holding it has said we're not doing anything on campus. And then there's just like this whole thing of uncertainty and fear that we're feeling. So how should we approach this? How should we be thinking about it? And, personally, what can we do? At the end of the day, that's all we have control over, who we are, how we function personally. And I do want to say that to a certain degree is why I just have been like, I hear everything that's going on. I've already been doing a lot of what they say do. First and foremost, treat it like you would flu season, you know? I've just been, I always make sure I'm sort of like picky about what I touch and how much I wash my hands and different things like that. Um, so, yeah, I lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. So, anywho, Anywho, yes, personally, it's really interesting the energies that spoke Nechabat positive and um, Tahuti Hatap. I use my Metuneta oracle. Nechabat positive, I think it's very interesting because that has to do with psychism. That has to do with what what are we taking in? You know, we are feeling the energy of everything, be it color, light. Are we living in a messy environment? Are we living in a neat environment? The energy of the people that we're hanging around. It's all about being a psychic sponge. And I just feel like we need to make sure that we stay, well, Nechabat is the energy of our intuition. And so we need to stay in touch with our own inner knowing, right? I'm like, okay, if you're doing what they say do, what else can you do, right? Of course, if you feel led to do some ritual, if you feel led to say some prayer, so the thing that I think that people are forgetting, and this is how I see things, is that there's something greater than the coronavirus. There's something greater than these governments. It's something greater than this whole physical reality, right? And so that my intuition and my ability to tap into the great divine, it does not get eclipsed, which is what the Nechabat has to do with. It doesn't get eclipsed because all this is going on. And I think that you need to really look at, what are you paying attention to during this time? How much are you like staying tapped in and tuned into the narratives about coronavirus? Because at the end of the day, again, it goes back to, we really and truly have the most control over us. And so, just in me sharing, I just feel like one of the things you can do is pay attention to what you need to pay attention to, but then unplug from too much information about the coronavirus, too much discussion about the coronavirus. I'm sort of like not even playing about it, like not joking too much about it. It's not that I'm not acting like it's not here. I mean, every year we have a flu season, and every year, which for me is to a certain degree all year long. I tell people I was raised up by a nurse. So from childhood, I've always been the type that's like, okay, I need to wash my hands. My mother drilled that in us. You know, she drilled in, you know, um, the importance of hygiene, and especially when you're out and about. It's something that, it's like I've done this for a while or whatever. So it's like during flu season, we're told, okay, y'all, make sure you wipe down your equipment at the gym. And if you're out in public, make sure you wash your hands and all that kind of good stuff. It's just the things that we've always done. Yeah, tune into that. If you find out, okay, coronavirus was at your job, okay, then you might need to tune in a little bit more, because that's information that's super important to you. If you're traveling to Europe, you might have to tune in a little bit more, right? But I think that part of what we are called to do as spiritual people, spiritual seekers, truth seekers, is to understand we get to plug in and out as much as we need to. And so what you feed into, what you are connected to, what you're letting coming into your psyche and everything, that's going to be your experience with the coronavirus. This is what Nechabat says. This is not me. This is what Nechabat says. I'm just interpreting the oracle. I also think it's interesting because I had asked the oracle, does this have to do with the eclipses? Because Nechabat is related to the eclipses, and it said, but what I will say is that there was a lineup, and I'm listening to an astrologer right now talk about what happened during, I guess you could say, January. Some of the planetary lineups, and this particular astrologer is relating quite a bit of this to Mars, which is the same energy as Ogun. Okay. I haven't finished listening to it, but I just thought that was interesting because I just thought it would be the Pluto-Saturn connection, which it is. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. It's just a planetary connection that happened in January. And yeah, a lot of the astrologers have related, they just aren't surprised that this has happened, right? And so some of this is, I think that the other thing that I was hearing that I should tell y'all is we have to see things as an opportunity. One of the things that I'm clear about is how much the world wants to create the narrative for us, right? So one thing I've learned in astrology is how sometimes there's people, they're talking about how it's going to mess up the economy, but and not just of the United States. I mean, it's like world economy. People could be feeling the effects, but there's some people within the world economy that are not going to be feeling the effects. As a matter of fact, they're going to be prospering because they see this as an opportunity. Think about all the people that's going out buying. I don't even, because I'm not keeping up with the story, all the stories, but I'm hearing something about toilet tissue, the mask. I got a message from my local Kroger, or from Kroger in general, that talked about they're only letting people buy 2 bottles of cold and flu formula at once because people are hoarding things or whatever. And it's like, yeah, they're doing great. So I'm asking you, what is an opportunity? You have to shape the narrative for yourself. Why are you going to let governments and the media and even Facebook, Instagram, everything? Why are we letting these people establish the narrative for us? What is the opportunity in this for you? Is this an opportunity for you to delve more deeply into your connection with the Orisha, your connection with the goddess, your connection with your guides, your connection with your Ori? What is the opportunity in this for you? See this as an opportunity, okay? And because Nekabet is about the intuition, I encourage you to let your ancestors, your Ori, your Orisha, your Neter, whatever you're working with, to give you the narrative. Let your guides, your Orisha, whoever you're listening to, God, give you the narrative. All right. This is an opportunity for us to delve more deeply into our spirituality. If you're going to be doing all this work, I'm very clear about this. Why are we doing all this work to be walking in fear? Okay. I say it, like with much respect and love, but it makes no sense to me. I am one who feels like if we're going to do it, we may as well get some results. If we're going to do it, we may as well do it full on. One moment we talking about we believe in the Orisha, we believe in the goddess, and then the next moment we walking in fear. This is an opportunity for us to not do that. It's an opportunity for us to say, you know what? Show me your protective energy, ancestors. Show me your protective energy, guides, whoever you're working with, because I'm going to make a video pretty soon to let folks know I am not just an Ifa priestess, okay? I'm a truth seeker. And so, I honor all the traditions. You could be Muslim or Christian watching this video. I don't care. Call on God, call on Allah. If you Buddhist, call on Buddha, the Buddha consciousness. Y'all, come on. Okay, so that's the first card. Nekabet, positive. Just know, the last thing I'll say about this is Nekabet is about you're going to experience what you're taking in. All right. So you take in a whole lot about this virus, you might just end up feeling the effects of it. All right. So just take in spirit, take in wisdom. Let me go to the next card now that I'm saying that. Tahuti Hatep. Tahuti says, follow the wisdom. And it's on multiple levels. The wisdom of the medical professionals is what? Now, I'm going to tell you what I've heard. You may have heard something different. If so, comment so you can share with the rest of us. But what I've heard is the majority of the people who are most susceptible are people with a compromised immune system, Older people, the babies, they not falling. They not getting hurt. If you get the coronavirus, the majority of the time you will survive unless you're older. Treat it like you would treat the flu. Keep yourself clean. Wash your hands a lot. Where I teach fitness classes, they have up this sign that it's the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star song. They say, sing this song. That's how long you wash your hands for. Sing the song, and once you finish singing the song, then, that's a good amount of time to make sure you're getting your hands clean and everything. So that's on the mundane level, the physical level. Anything else that y'all talking about? If they say you can't go somewhere, don't, guess you're not going to go, right? On the spiritual level, it's saying follow the wisdom of, the highest wisdom. So I will give y'all insight as to how I'm experiencing this. First and foremost, I choose to accept that me and my family, we are healthy. And when I say my family, I always extend it out. Even the relatives who I don't even really know, they got my blood, I'm extending it out, into my spiritual community. Everyone who's a part of my spiritual community, and to include you, I'm extending out the energy of protection. I'm walking in the knowing that we are all taken care of. That I trust 100% that we are all taken care of. I don't even let myself think, well, if someone gets it, they'll be okay. I am choosing the reality that I live in. This is an opportunity for me to apply some truths that I already know, but in a deeper way. And so I embrace that. I don't know what's going on in the rest of the world, but what I know is going on in my world, and what I'm affirming for the people who I'm connected with, is we are good. I trust that if there's something that I need to do in order to be regarding the coronavirus, that I will be guided to do that. I am hearing to tell you all, do things like shore up your immune system. Like, I'm not acting like, oh, I'm just not going to get it. I could cough on me if you have the coronavirus and I'll be good. That's not my personal approach. Other people are free to have that approach. That's not my personal approach. I am like, okay, you know what? I need to be in self-care mode anyway. So do things like take your vitamins, eat healthy, whatever that means for you, because y'all know I'm not about any particular diets. I just know there's certain things that will decrease your immune system. Don't do things that bring your immune system down. Another thing is stress. Stress is actually the biggest reason that many of us have a compromised immune system, right? So, the people that are out there telling you, and these people are tried and true. I'm not following people who I don't really know and listening to them. But, if you have a relationship with somebody and the wisdom they've shared with you works, then by all means, follow their protocols. Definitely listen to the experts. And this is on all levels, right? So listen to the ones that are talking about what we should be doing anyway to shore up our immune system. And I can assure you the stress of all of this is definitely going to create the opportunity for people to get coronavirus. And if somebody gets it, that's an opportunity for them. That's an opportunity for them. But Tahuti is the wisdom of the great divine consciousness. It's the omniscience. And so the oracle is saying you need to trust your intuition. You need to follow the omniscience of the universe. And that means what for you? So I hope that this has been helpful, and I'll come on and share more as I get it. Personally, I've been in the middle of my solar return, and I was just like, not today, Satan. Not today, Satan. I'm going to enjoy turning 50 and moving into a new decade in my own life. And, I'm bringing in with me, ushering in with me the energy of power, wisdom, a deep, deep connection with spirit and understanding I freaking create my reality. The last little thing I'll say, and this is just me personally, they're talking about how this is a SARS, which I don't even know what this is, right? This is SARS. And I was like, 2002. I don't even remember that. There was a pandemic in 2002. I was very much alive in 2002. But I was even substitute teaching. I had given birth and had switched my career from mostly being a stay-at-home mom. And so I subbed a little bit on the side. I don't remember. I have no clue, and it speaks volumes to me. I was not tapped in, tuned in, plugged into the narrative at all at that time. That's another thing, y'all. I just think we should turn off the TV a little bit, turn off the news sources and stuff. Go out. One of my teachers that's about the, health and healing was like, go outside. Get out. Who's outside? For those of us who are here, the majority of you watching this video, you're into the Orisha, the Neter. You're into understanding the great divine through nature. And this person was like, yeah, get outside. Go for a walk. All right. Get shored up by the Orisha. Go outside and let nature imbue you with the power of it instead of, the way this world wants to control us, control our minds, control our narratives, control our health and wellness. I don't like, even though when I say this, I don't like conspiracy theories. And most of y'all are like, girl, let's do the conspiracy theory. But sometimes certain things make sense. Like, this narrative about health, not wellness, health, gets so controlled by us. And so now, a lot of us have to depend on health and wellness, or health, the medical field and everything. If we could unplug, detach, and put ourselves more with the Orisha, okay, more into nature. I've always said nature attunes us, attune ourselves to the Orisha, not just, everyone wants to know what ritual. I'm like, go outside. You want to work with the Orisha? What's going to connect me with this Orisha? Outside. Go outside. Even though I know we got issues with the environment, go outside. Get outside. Go walk outside. I'm telling you right here, right now. Now I know some of us might be in places that have deal with smog and stuff like that. We might have to sort of like, what's the word? Plan when we're going to be outside. But still, there is something about nature that is deeply, deeply, deeply healing to our consciousness. And when you can't go outside, you work with your own personal earth. Go run a bath water, sit in that with your essential oils, or just something real basic and affordable. Epsom salt. Can't go to the ocean? Create your own ocean in the bathroom. Epsom salt baths. Y'all do your best to eat food that is whole and is connected to nature and not, chemical laden and all that kind of good stuff as much as you possibly can. All right. So connecting with the Orisha, this is what we really and truly want to do. To unplug from the narrative, we literally can do this. I've been in the process of doing it for a number of years now. And you just get to a point like, and I remember thinking, why do spiritual teachers not talk about stuff? It's literally, they're so unplugged that they're like, oh, I didn't even know. Oh, what's going on? Because I'm so tapped in and tuned in the spirit, I didn't realize something was going on. All right, everybody, talk to me. Tell me what you need to know about, right? So you get to control your personal narrative. And I encourage you to let your intuition and the wisdom of the great divine to lead, guide, and direct you. So if the wisdom leads you to listen to, some doctor or something like that that's telling you something, do that. If the wisdom is telling you do your spiritual work, do that. If the wisdom is telling you work on your destiny, baby, because guess what? At the end, that's all we really can do is to be in alignment and working on our true destinies. Do that. This is Tyra Omilade. I hope that this has been helpful to you all. And I will be doing my best to share more, just because I know people want to know more. And like I said, even I've just been sort of like, I don't know what to do. But now that I'm on this side of my solar return, I was like, okay, maybe I should say something. Even though I don't really know, other than what I've told you that the Oracle has said, I don't know what else to tell you. But as things come to me, I will let you know. If you have any questions, ask away. I will not do personal, I'm not doing nothing, answering any questions about what you should do personally. But if I can make a video about it, if you want to ask a question and I can make a video and share with the community, I'm more than willing to do that. Y'all do know I have a membership site. And so a lot of the tools that I offer to help people understand how to live their lives day to day with or without a pandemic, they're in my membership site. And the Oshun course is still on sale until April 3rd. I don't know what made me put May 4th, but it's only going to be on sale till April 3rd. Working with the Oshun, staying above the fray, baby, staying in the flow and in the know. And y'all know what I say about Oshun is people are always trying to make Oshun sound like a party girl. Oshun is pure wisdom. You want to know what to do during coronavirus? Ask Oshun. I created that course to help people better understand how to work with Oshun, who I perceive to be more than just Ifa Yoruba, but definitely because I am a priestess of the Sacred Feminine Mysteries. So I have a different view than some people may have. But anywho, it's in that course, jam-packed with everything I know to this point. And when I learn more, I will add to that course. But it's a nice little course. It's close to 3 hours long, and it comes with a written guide that you can print out. And yes, I'm still doing readings, y'all. GoddessBodyMindSpirit.com. GoddessBodyMindSpirit.com is where my website is to find out about all of this. Hey, y'all, thank you so much. I wish you a great day. I am embracing health, abundance, wellness, everything, the opportunity for just a deeper relationship with the great divine for us all during this time. I just see everything working out for our highest and greatest good. Hey, I love y'all. Take care. Peace. Oh, I talked way longer than I expected. All right, y'all. I'm logging out for real this time. Peace.